You probably click on this video because you just changed your pad, or you are currently in bed dealing with menstrual cramps that feel like a sledgehammer to the gut. And out of nowhere, this bizarre thought popped into your head. Modern women have overnight pads, ibuprofen, and we still want to punch a wall. How on earth did ancient ladies, who did not even have underwear, let alone basic hygiene knowledge, survive that time of the month? Let us be real. I know what you were thinking. Did they just wear red pants and walk around dripping? Or were they holding it in with sheer willpower? Or did they literally hang a bag of burnt toad ashes around their waist? I know what you are thinking, but the truth is even wilder. Before we talk about what they use, let me drop a fact that will completely shatter your common sense. Ancient women probably had fewer periods in their entire lifetime than you did during your college years. No, seriously, modern women go through about 400 to 450 periods in their lifetime. In ancient times, that number was likely under 50 to 100. Why? Because malnutrition was the norm, meaning puberty started much later. Plus, once they got married, they were stuck in an endless loop of pregnancy and breastfeeding. And since you do not ovulate during pregnancy or lactation, they spent most of their lives blissfully blood-free. But that does not mean those rare periods were easy. Oh no, it was survival mode on hard difficulty. In the pre-industrial era, humans got wildly creative with absorption. In ancient Egypt, wealthy women used papyrus. Yes, that stiff, papery reed from the Nile. They would soak it in water to soften it, roll it up like a burrito, and use it as a disposable tampon. Just imagine the friction. And ancient Greek women were even more hardcore. They wrapped lint around a tiny wooden stick and, well, pushed it in. That is not a tampon, that is a literal plug. As for medieval European girls, if they could not afford clean cloth, they harvested sphagnum moss, basically a type of absorbent swamp moss. They stuffed it into linen pouches to make organic pads. Eco-friendly, all natural, and totally fine, as long as you did not mind the occasional bug crawling out. But at least those were honest, physical solutions. Things went completely off the rails once the male authorities stepped in. In the 1st century, Roman scholar Pliny the Elder wrote that a menstruating woman's blood was the ultimate black magic. He claimed it could turn wine sour, wither crops, rust iron, and literally stare bees to death. Seriously, he treated periods like a walking nuclear hazard. By the Middle Ages, the Church declared that period pain was Eve's divine punishment for eating the forbidden fruit. Using painkillers? That is defying God. So what did they do for cramps? The experts came up with the ultimate cure, a burnt toad pouch. You heard me right. You take a live toad, burn it to ashes in a clay pot, put the ashes in a little pouch, and hang it near your groin. Imagine crying in pain, and your husband hands you a bag of burnt toad and says, "Here, honey, wear this." That is peak Unhinged. You might laugh at how absurdly creative ancient people were, but do not celebrate too soon. Even in the late 19th century, top medical experts warned that women should not study during their periods because mental activity would steal blood from the uterus and make them permanently infertile. Think about it. We have AI, big data, and high-tech pads now. But has the systemic shame really changed? Why do we still sneak pads into our sleeves at the office like we are passing contraband? Why is a normal biological process that literally built humanity still treated with quiet embarrassment? We might not carry a burnt toad anymore, but that invisible shackle is still there. So, next time you slide a pad up your sleeve, just think of it as a 21st century pouch of toad ash. We are still fighting the same ancient battle.